Hello, Aries, and welcome to your August 2024 monthly general reading here at Marion K Tarot. How are you? Hope you're well. Hope you had a lovely July. So today we will be using the Reflection Oracle just to pull one. Then we're going to be using the Book of Shadows Tarot by a wonderful Italian artist, digital artist, who's a friend of mine, Andrea Aste. He's fab. And then we will be clarifying with the standard Radiant Wheatsmith. Okay, okay. So let's get right into it, shall we? Oracle reflection card for Aries for August, please. Let's see. Okay, so the message you've got is very faint, these cards, okay? But the message here is transmute it. Okay, so Aries, what is it? That's the thing that immediately came to my mind. What is it? A thing? Is it a thought? Is it a person? Perhaps. We're just going to pop that up there. And then we're going to dive into this, right? So what is it? That just right away, that's coming in, and I think that you already know what it is. So to transmute it this month. Okay, so we'll pull some tarot cards. We'll see, right, okay, let's take that one, because that one jumped out. We'll put it there. Ooh, the Eight of Swords. What's going on, Aries? Right, so some cards for Aries. I'll put them up there so that you can see everything, hopefully. We'll see. And what we've got, a Five of Cups. Oh, Aries, what is going on here? Then we get the High Priestess. Well, we like to see the High Priestess. That's good. Right, and what have we got? We have got the World. Okay, so then the Hanged Man. So big energies here. Page of Wands, Aries. King of Swords. Nine of Wands. And the Five of Swords. Oof. Are you picking a fight with somebody, Aries? No, that it wouldn't be like you, obviously. Wouldn't it be like you, right? So what's this underlying energy? So underlying energy is the moon. Okay, Aries, so is there something that you've just found out? Is it something that you have just found out that's been keeping you, see up here with this Eight of Swords, sorry, is it something internal that's been causing you strife, that's been causing you, and I do feel, like for the most part, this is an internal thing. It feels very it feels very internal, and only you know what to do with it. And I keep reiterating that, transmute it, right? So you're wanting to change it. So is there something that you have got bubbling up inside you that's still very much internal, and you really want to make it external? You really want to bring this thing, bring it to life, if you like. And that's came through quite clearly, so is it an idea? Is it a relationship even? It's like, and I think that where the anxieties came from, and where the kind of a grief aspect here with this Five of Cups has came from, is that you're not using your intuition, Aries. And a lot of people maybe criticise the sign of Aries for not being particularly intuitive, but it's an Aries moon. Okay, we are incredibly intuitive. There is that intuitive element, but I think that where where the intuition comes through for Aries is very much in a dynamic way. You know, it's forward thinking. And it's like the fact that the Hanged Man is right here in the centre of the spread suggests to me that in order to transmute it, another way of looking at it is, you know, you need to find another way of looking at things. But, you know, it's hard work. It's been hard work. And I feel like, you know, this energy, that this anxiety that you've been putting yourself through, you know, tying yourself up in knots, I think that it is well founded, you know, because in the past, I feel like when you have perhaps had an idea, or you know there's been something, you've maybe spoken too soon, you know, that impulsive nature that we love about Aries, but in actual fact it's led to a bit of betrayal. You know, there's not really any other way to say that. You know, that's what I feel, particularly with this nine nine of wands and 5 of swords combination here right next to each other. I feel that's something that you've had to come to terms with. And there's been endings, you know, the fact that you've got the world right in the middle, like you kind of middle row here, makes me feel like it's been difficult. You know, it's been a difficult process, but it's almost like you've kind of picked yourself up after something not working out. You've picked yourself up, and now what you're going to be doing is you're going to be looking forward after that kind of setback. But the setback, you know, what we need to remember, Aries, is that the setback, we've learned from it. You know, as long as you learn from it, mistakes aren't mistakes. You know, mistakes are opportunities to learn something new, and it can be difficult. You know, it really can be. Excuse me a second. It can be difficult in the fact that when we choose to see things in a different light, you know, this Hanged Man energy, there is that risk. You know, there's a risk of, is it going to be worth it? You know, the risk of, and I mean, with that Page of Wands next to the Hanged Man, could it be that up until this point of the world has been an idea that's familiar to you, but once you sit in the energy of the Hanged Man, you then gravitate towards the Page of Wands. So by taking a step back, you see something completely different. You see a completely different opportunity, and it really excites you. And with the King of Swords, it's much more an intellectual pursuit. And we can have that Nine of Wands where it is a challenge. You know, it's the Nine of Wands is a challenging card. You know, there's no doubt about it, as is the Five of Swords. However, what I feel like for you, Aries, is you're more than capable of dealing with this. You're more than capable of rising to the occasion. Literally, you know, making things happen. So let's see what we've got with the clarifying cards, right? So let's have a wee look and see. So what about for this Eight of Swords and Five of Cups? What's the reason for this? So the reason is the Four of Cups. The reason for that is, so are you procrastinating then, Aries? Is this a sign? Because I often see the Four of Cups as a procrastination because, you know, something hasn't worked out the way we want it to. So it could be that. So it's like we decide, right, so So we've had disappointment. So the Four of Cups comes along, and that's it. We've just decided, right, we're not doing it again. You know, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to sit under this tree, and I'm just going to be in a bit of a huff. That's how I sometimes see the Four of Cups. You know, it's the not necessarily childish card. That would be doing it a disservice. But it's one of the cards that indicate that there could be a wee bit of a temper tantrum. Just saying, Aries. Okay, so let me see what else do I want to check out. So this transition between the Hanged Man and the Page of Wands, I feel like that's tell me about this, please. The Two of Cups. So it's a match made. It's a match made. So as you know, it seems to me that it's something that you should do. You know, you should look into it. Looking at things from a different perspective, it can lead to learning something new that you're passionate about. Because pages are messengers, and pages are also the students. Okay, so it's a student of fire. So what is it you want to learn? Is there something that, you know, is this the reason, Aries, right? Okay, so you have been up here, you have been trying to do something, but you have realised that you don't have the skill set to do it. And by then using your intuition to end that and then take a different approach to it will lead you to something that you're much more passionate about. It'll lead you to learn about the thing. And maybe that's, you know, maybe the problem is that you don't know how to do it and you think that it's too much. You know, it might be too much to learn. You don't think that you can do it, or, you know, it just feels like the Four of Cups. You know, but we're talking about emotions here. You know, both of the clarifying cards that have came out are both cups. So that it do with how we feel about things. And whilst you're a very fiery sign, Aries, you know, we still need to look at, you know, how we feel about things. Yes, you can be very passionate about something, but that isn't necessarily how you feel about something. So what I would suggest is, you know, that Hanged Man and that Page of Wands meet together, you know, take that time out, take that time to understand what's going on, you know, because they can live harmoniously together. You can look at things in a different way and you can learn something new, Aries. Okay, and the phrase that just came through is, despite what you may think, you can teach old dogs new tricks. Not that I'm suggesting that you're an old dog, Aries, heaven forbid I would do that, but I hope you understand the sentiment behind that. Okay, so what I want to do is I'll pull a couple of cards now for this bottom combination, because this is tricky. This King of Swords, the Nine of Wands and the Five of Swords, so it is quite tricky. Okay, let's see. Right. We've got the King of Wands and we've got the Hierophant. Wow. Okay, and then underneath we have got the Knight of Swords. Okay, so we've got two of the masculine kings. Okay, so elementally, I don't mean gender, but I mean like elementally, it's air and fire, which is obviously you being a fire sign. It's very comfortable energy. What it could be to me is this situation, particularly with the Hierophant here, you know, these are very powerful archetypes. You know, there's a lot going on in this spread, and with the Hierophant being directly below the Two of Cups, this could be, you know, obviously not for everybody because this is a general reading, but I think a lot of the time this could be referencing a relationship or some kind of aspect of a relationship, um, be it romantic, be it platonic, you know, be it a family relationship, something relational. It feels very much that there's people involved in this, you know. It's a very peoply spread, shall we say. Is that even like a thing, a way to describe something? I don't know. But that's what it feels like, you know. We've got these two kings here, and kings are experts in their particular field and in their particular element. So calling upon people who know what they're talking about, so people who are experts in their field. This could be, now whether it's, you know, given the Hierophant there, the Hierophant's a teacher, but the Hierophant can also show up as a counsellor. And if there's conflict here with this Nine of Wands and the Five of Swords, you know, and we've got the Hierophant here in the middle of it. So if you think about the Hierophant like maybe a spiritual counsellor or a therapist of some sort that can help you. Now, it could even be like a coach, for like a business coach. If this isn't a romantic thing, this could be a business coach that's you know, that you need to hire in order to solve these problems. But there is definitely solutions here, and I feel like, you know, Aries, you need to go and find these solutions. They're not going to go and magically pop up for you, right? That's very much, it's like that's where it's being. Um, you need to find your own way, finding your own way, but finding your own way to the people who can help you expand whatever it is, whether it's a relationship, whether it's the business relationship, whether it's a business partnership you're wanting to do, maybe it's a collaboration with people. But you know, you have got skills, so please don't feel like you don't have skills, because you do. Um, so yeah, that's what it feels like for the month of August. So really exciting. I mean, I know that everybody everywhere in the world, you know, schools go back at different times and that, but certainly here in Scotland, you know, and then I think the rest of the UK is around about September time, you know. So August, September is very much that kind of preparation for education time. So take that take that as I say it, you know. It's time to maybe just learn something, you know. If you can still go onto that course, even if it's an evening course or if it's an online course, you know, look it up, Aries. You know, don't limit yourself just because you think that you can't do something. You don't know until you try. Okay, Aries. So I hope you have a wonderful month of August, and I will see you for the weekly readings and next month as well. Okay, take care. Bye bye.